From the glitz and glam of the DNC to ongoing tensions in the Middle East, Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Israel, where he met Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, and several senior Israeli officials. Now this is Secretary Blinken's 9th visit to the region since the war between Israel and Hamas broke out in October of last year. The visit comes right after the ceasefire talks hosted by Qatar ended without a deal. Hamas, which boycotted the talks, accused Prime Minister Netanyahu of not agreeing to the original deal that was proposed by President Joe Biden back in May. Hamas said Netanyahu is now the sole obstruction in reaching a truce. The Palestinian group also stated that they would only accept the deal and release the hostages if Israel pulls all of its troops out of Gaza. Now, in response, Prime Minister Netanyahu argued that Israel would only recall his troops once all the hostages have in fact been released. Secretary Blinken will now head to Egypt, where another round of talks are scheduled with the United States and Qatar acting as mediators. America's top diplomat says he's certain that the Cairo talks are the best and probably the last opportunity for achieving peace in the region.
This is a decisive moment, probably the best, maybe the last opportunity to get the hostages home, to get a ceasefire, and to put everyone on a better path to enduring peace and security. I'm here as part of an intensive diplomatic effort on President Biden's instructions to try to get this agreement to the line and ultimately over the line.
Now, despite the ongoing negotiations, fighting in the region does continue. In the south, Israel conducted airstrikes in the Gaza Strip, killing at least 21 people. Meanwhile, Lebanon-based Hezbollah fired at least 50 rockets into northern Israel, which was followed by cross-border gunfire at Israeli civilians. In retaliation, Israeli fighter jets carried out an airstrike in Lebanon, killing at least 10 people, including members of Hezbollah. All attention is now on the talks in Cairo as the United States and Qatar and Egypt work overtime to bring Israel and Hamas to the negotiating table and bring an end to the brutal 10-month-long war. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
Kamala, you're fired!
I say, bring it on.
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on First Post America.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making First Post 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with the
and welcome to First Post America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital.